Ophelia was a night shift worker at a hospital. This meant that she worked late at night. Ophelia's work schedule was 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Ophelia would sleep during the day while most people were at work. For the first year of work, Ophelia had a hard time adjusting to the schedule. She had trouble sleeping during the afternoon. She was upset that she had to miss out on social events her friends hosted. It's still hard for Ophelia to adjust, but she is better at it. When she comes back from work, she goes to the gym for a few hours. Then she practices her knitting skills. Afterwards, she would make herself a healthy meal. Night shift workers often eat unhealthier than day shift workers. After lunch, she would watch her favorite TV show. After that, she would sleep. The hospital informed the employees that they could send requests to change the time of their shift. Ophelia was excited about this and immediately sent in a request to change her shift. A couple of weeks later, the manager gave Ophelia a letter. The letter stated that her request was rejected. Ophelia was shocked. She went to her manager and asked him why. He said that many night shift workers who requested an earlier shift were elderly. Ophelia was only 25. The manager thought that the older employees needed an earlier shift more than Ophelia did. Ophelia was mad at first, but she thought about the older employees. Their bones were aching and they're tired. They do need it more than her. Janice is turning 21 today. Originally, she wanted to go to Las Vegas to celebrate. A lot of people go to Las Vegas for their 21st birthday. However, Janice decided not to go because she wanted to save money to buy a new car. Janice decided that she just wanted to go to a nice restaurant with her friends. Janice's birthday was on a Tuesday. She had class and work on Tuesdays. She always walked to class with her friend Austin. When she and Austin met up, she thought he would wish her a happy birthday. But he didn't. Austin has known her for years, and he would always remember her birthday. Janice tried to drop hints. "I wonder what today is," she said. "Just a Tuesday, nothing special." Janice was upset. She ignored him during class. After class, Janice went to work. She expected a few birthday cards or a cake, but nothing. She was surprised because employees would always get something for their birthdays. This made Janice upset. She didn't even want to go out to eat for her birthday anymore. When Janice got home, she questioned if anyone even cared about her. Her friend Liza called her. "Hey, can you open the door? We're here," Lisa said. "I don't want to go out anymore," Janice said. "Why not? Can you just open the door? We're already here," Liza said. Janice opened the door. Surprise! Her friends yelled. They had a puppy in their hands. Kathy, Denise, Lauren, Andre, Harrison, and David are best friends. They all live in San Francisco. They live in different places and have different jobs, but at the end of their workday they would meet up in the same cafe. They also had different personalities, but somehow they make it work. Kathy is a struggling writer. She is working on a fantasy novel and trying to get it published. Denise is a medical student at the University of California, San Francisco. Lauren is a TV screenwriter. Andre is also a medical student at the University of California, San Francisco. Harrison is an investment banker. David is a graphic designer. How did they all meet? Kathy and Denise were friends in college. They moved to San Francisco together. They bumped into Lauren at a wine tasting event. The three of them became friends. Denise met Andre at medical school. Denise invited Andre to hang out with Kathy and Lauren at the museum. Lauren's cousin is Harrison. Harrison wanted a website for the company he worked at and hired David to design it. Lauren invited Harrison and David to come to the museum too. When the six of them met up, they instantly became friends. Sometimes their different personalities caused fights. Kathy was shy and traditional. Denise was outspoken. Lauren was kind but also naive. Andre was funny. Harrison was smart but also greedy. David was bossy but also caring. Even though they were different, they all cared about each other. Eddie and Cynthia both went to the same high school. They had liked each other since 9th grade. Eddie and Cynthia met in math class. Cynthia was really good at math. She always scored the highest out of everyone. Eddie was having trouble with math. He kept getting Fs. If he didn't bring his grade up to a C, he would have to repeat the class. The teacher asked Cynthia to help Eddie out for extra credit, and she said yes. Every day after school for 2 hours, Cynthia would help him. Eddie fell in love with her. He ended up with a B in the class. Eddie took Cynthia out to dinner to thank her. At dinner, they both fell for each other. They started dating. Everything was good. They never had fights and even talked about getting married one day. When senior year came around, though, they had to apply to college. They didn't want to stop each other from going places, but they both wanted to stay together. Cynthia got into Harvard and wanted to major in math. Eddie did not get into Harvard. He got accepted to a school near Harvard, but thought it would be better for him to stay closer to home. Cynthia ended up going to Harvard and Eddie ended up going to Florida State University. They tried to have a long-distance relationship, but it was hard. They broke up after their first year of college. After they graduated, however, they both worked in Florida. They got back together. Ruby always looked up to her cousin Wanda. Ruby was an only child in her family, so she saw Wanda as an older sister. Wanda was beautiful, smart, and talented. She had straight hairs, played the piano, and had so many friends. Wanda also had a great sense of style. It was classy yet cute. Ruby was still in high school, but she knew she wanted to go to the same university as Wanda did. Wanda knew that Ruby looked up to her and she appreciated that. For Christmas, Wanda got Ruby a sweater with her university's logo on it. Ruby was so happy when she got the sweater. She put it on immediately and wore it almost every day. One day in class, Ruby raised her hand to answer the teacher's question, and the teacher accidentally called her Wanda. "I'm sorry, you just look a lot like her," the teacher said. "Don't apologize, I'm flattered," Ruby said. Ruby was even in the same clubs in high school as Wanda was. Sometimes people made fun of Wanda for not having her own personality. However, the truth was Ruby was different from Wanda. Ruby was more goofy and girly. When college admission decisions came out, Ruby was so anxious to check the website to see if she got in. She closed her eyes and slowly opened them. She found out she got accepted. She called Wanda to thank her for reading her application. The next day, Wanda took Ruby to look at the school. Nicole was always insecure about herself. She didn't like how she looked. She thought she was too tall and skinny. People would always ask her how tall she is. She tried to gain weight, but she never could. Most people would love to be in Nicole's situation, though. Nicole didn't like how she was so shy. She wished she could easily talk to people and make new friends. Nicole didn't like her voice. She thought it was too low. Nicole's confidence was so low that her friends started to get annoyed with her. They kept telling her that she was fine, but Nicole would deny it. Nicole's mom encouraged her to join a sports team at school. Nicole did not want to because she didn't want to get rejected. After days of convincing, Nicole finally gave in to her mother's request. Nicole decided to try out for the basketball team. She played when she was younger, but has not played in 5 years. It helped that Nicole was tall. When Nicole went to tryouts, she looked at all the people she was competing against. She started to compare herself to the other girls. They were all shorter than her, but they were more confident. Nicole tried to put them out of her mind. The coach asked the girls to shoot free throws, run short distance, and then finally asked them to play a game. Nicole was doing well, and she was surprised. She didn't realize that she still had basketball skills. Nicole made the team and felt more confident about herself. She knew she was good at something. Sarah was very superstitious. She believed that black cats and walking under ladders were unlucky. Her friends and family would make fun of her for being so superstitious. Her brother tried to explain to her that superstitions are not real. She never believed him, though. There have even been times when she went out of her way because of superstitions. One time, Sarah was very scared to take a mouth test. There is a superstition that says that carrying a rabbit foot brings good luck. Although Sarah could not get a real rabbit's foot, she brought a keychain of a rabbit foot. Another time, Sarah's friends invited her to get pizza at a new restaurant. Sarah was about to go inside the restaurant when she saw the restaurant's phone number included 666. 666 is considered to be unlucky, so she left. Another time, it was raining pretty hard. When Sarah went into the mall, she noticed that a woman still had her umbrella opened. An open umbrella indoors is supposed to be bad luck. She ran up to the woman and asked if she could close her umbrella. The woman looked at her with a disturbed face. "Don't tell me what to do," she said. The woman continued walking around the mall with her umbrella open just to annoy Sarah, who wanted to leave the mall immediately to avoid any bad luck. Her mum convinced her to stay. "Sarah, nothing bad is going to happen," she said. Sarah stayed in the mall for 4 hours. Her mum was right. Nothing bad happened. Irene has a secret. Her mom is the principal at her high school. She doesn't want anyone to know because her classmates would think that she gets special treatment. Not even her friends know about the secret. When her friends ask to go to her house, she just says that her parents don't allow guests. Irene's mom also never told anyone that her daughter goes to the high school she works at. Bring Your Mum to Campus Day was coming up, and Irene usually told her friends in the past years that her mum was out of town. "What does your mum even do?" her friend asked. "She is a cancer researcher, so she travels a lot." Funny enough, Irene's mum was always at Bring Your Mum to Campus Day. The vice principal once asked her, "Do you have a daughter?" Irene's mum said yes, she is in college now. Irene was very close to getting an A in her calculus class. There was only one exam left. Irene would have to get 100% on the exam to push her grade to an A. The teacher offered the students extra credit if they brought their mum to Bring Your Mum to Campus Day. Irene decided that this year was going to be the year she told her secret to everyone. Irene told her mum that she wanted to tell everyone about their relationship. Irene's mum agreed. On Bring Your Mum to Campus Day, Irene brought her mum to her calculus class. "Hiya, Principal. What brings you here?" asked the calculus teacher. "I'm actually Irene's mom," she said. Stewart and Brenda are having a baby together. Brenda is 7 months pregnant. Stewart and Brenda still don't know if the baby is a boy or a girl. The doctor had asked them if they wanted to know, and they said no. They do not want to know because they want to be surprised. They think it will make the day of the birth more special. Their friends and family do not approve. Stewart's mom wants to know the sex of the baby because she wants to know what colour bib to buy. If it's a boy, then she will buy a blue bib. If it's a girl, then she will buy a pink bib. Stewart's mom has been nagging him to ask the doctor about the baby's sex. Stewart decides to listen to his mom's suggestion. Brenda is furious. She tells Stewart not to listen to his mum. Stewart is conflicted. He loves his wife, but he also loves his mum. Stewart decides to secretly go to the hospital to ask the doctor for the information. The doctor tells Stewart that the baby is a boy. Stewart tells his mum the news. She is happy. She is happy. She goes to the store to buy a lot of blue clothes. Stewart tells his mum that she can't tell Brenda. Stewart's mum agrees. The next day, Brenda has a baby shower. Stewart's mum is also invited. When it is time for Brenda to open the presents, Stewart's mum hands hers. Brenda slowly opens it. It is a blue backpack. At that moment, Brenda knows she is having a boy. Joseph and his wife Christina currently live in San Francisco. Christina is pregnant. She is a makeup artist at the mall. She does not make much money, but the job makes her happy. Joseph is an investment banker. He makes a good amount of money, but does not like his job. He feels like he does the same thing every day, and like he is not making a difference. He also does not like his co-workers. He feels like his co-workers only care about money. Back when Joseph was in school, he dreamed of being a college professor. He liked teaching because he loved the feeling when his students understood something. He also wanted to be around people who loved to learn. He believed that knowledge is power. Joseph wanted to quit his job at the bank. Christina did not want him to, though. "How are we going to afford to take care of the baby?" she asked. "Maybe we can give the baby to my brother and his wife for a couple of years," Joseph suggested. "That is ridiculous. If we do that, then the baby is pretty much theirs," she said. "Only for 2 years," Joseph said. "You need to think of the baby," Christina said. "Why don't you get a higher-paying job then?" Joseph asked. "It's not easy. You know, I didn't finish high school," Christina said. This was a sensitive topic for Christina. Joseph knew that and stopped talking. Joseph stopped talking. He decided to stick with his job at the bank.